C pluses, right?
The 2/4s would be my. Well, I mean, if like Drown Yard Explorers might have been, but I think that was like a that was like a C plus. I don't think that card was that
All
good.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a C plus, B minus. But this thing, like, this thing is gonna get huge.
Yeah, it's definitely a core common for black.
And not only that,
It's
but if you
yeah.
put it in the vampires decks, you go 2 drop, 3 drop this thing. Fine, kill my guys. I have a huge dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
But,
I think we can call it a solid B. B
yeah, I give it
plus
a
might
B.
be pushing it,
I
but
give it a B.
yeah, I think B is fine. This is really nice. Very solid, common. Definitely a signal for black.
Yep.
Yeah, this card's good. Next, an uncommon Graph Harvest. 1 black mana for an enchantment that says zombies you control have menace. Oh wait, there's more text. It also says exile a creature card from your graveyard, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield.
Mm.
Well, as a late game mana sink, this isn't that bad. And giving zombies menace when you're making a shit ton of zombies, eh?
So this card is absurdly good if it says all graveyards, but the fact that it says your graveyard, I don't
It's
like
true.
it.
It's true. I feel like this is a build around in a way. Like if you can,
Definitely build around, yeah.
like it's more well, or maybe we should think of it as like a control finisher, because like it's not a fast card at all. Zombies you control of menace is meaningful, but only if you have enough zombies that your opponents are not going to be able to deal with them with like 2 combat steps, right? Because if you can have 8 zombies on the field, this card is absurdly good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have 8 zombies on the field, or even like four zombies on the field, this card is reach but not absurd because it gets 2 zombies in maybe, right?
Yeah, I feel like for this to
sketchy.
be a good control card, I need some life gain in here. I need like a little something, you know? Like
Yeah, I
every
agree.
zombie comes into play, give me a life, something.
Yeah.
It's missing something for me. It's like a
This is
B-
probably
B minus,
intended for
C plus.
constructed.
Yeah, I agree. That
I
makes
think
sense.
let's call it like a build around D.
Okay, that's fair.
Might work in some decks, but probably better off not playing this. Question mark? I don't know. It could be good, but if the format's really slow, which I think it is going to be slower than Shadows.
Well, if what you were saying were a lot of things are 3/2 sized,
yes,
then this thing's going to get way better because that means creatures are just going to mash into each other, which is good
Yeah.
for this card. But
yeah, that's true.
the more defensive the creatures, the worse and worse this card gets, for sure.
The first of the meld cards. Have you seen the meld mechanic yet?
Now,
Oh boy. Oh boy. So, meld. Basically, we're becoming Yu-Gi-Oh, Greg. That's what we're doing. We're becoming Yu-Gi-Oh. Because if you have Graph Rats and you have, what's the other card? The Scavengers guy. Where'd it go? Oh, shit. What's this? Kind of trying to find the card. But if you have Graph Rats and the Midnight Scavengers, that's what it is. Let's open this. So if you have that one, add Midnight Scavengers on the field at the same time. They flip and become 1 card.
wait, so both of your cards become
Both of your
one
cards
card?
exile come back onto the field as 1 card, which is sideways, sort of, and it becomes Chittering
so you 2
Host.
for 1 yourself?
Sort of, but it becomes a 5/6 haste menace, which when it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. It's a really powerful effect.
So the game's over when this flips. Got it.
More or less. Not necessarily, but it's an overrun and a 5/6 body.
Right.
So it rewards you for flipping it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one's the most interesting of the meld cards, frankly, because it's the one at common. You're gonna find this in limited, sometimes.
Yeah.
The other ones are at rare or mythic, so you're not gonna. It's not really something for draft. But this one matters for draft. Because if you take a Graph Rats, and remember, like, when you're drafting in paper, this will show up to the table. Because everyone at the table will know you have a Graph Rats. And so you say, I'm taking this Graph Rats.
Right.
and then that means that no one else wants to take the Midnight Scavenger because they're not going to be able to use it. Right?
Interesting, yeah.
So
you kind of corner the market on it.
Right, you corner the market on the mill cards. And, a 2-1 for 2 is bad, but not unplayable, right? Because you could play. And the other thing, and this is what makes this actually interesting for Limited, is Midnight Scavengers regrows the Graph Rats. So you trade off your Graph Rats early, play your Midnight Scavengers on turn, 5, get back your 2-1, play it the next turn, and then suddenly, boom, you have your 5/6 Menace +1/+0 to everything.
You just have to control both of them for it to happen?
Yes. Well, it's a triggered ability on when again? At the beginning of combat.
Okay.
So you could potentially have it flipped on turn 6.
So on 7 mana, you can regrow it, play it, and it's happening.
That's true, yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
So, and it's like neither of the parts are very good on their own. Because the Scavengers gets a creature with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to hand. So it's Gravedigger, but 1 more mana and 1/1 more power and toughness for something specifically 3 or less. So it's
but the
playable,
threat,
but
man,
not absurd.
The threat of it, though.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be playable. It's definitely going to make for an interesting draft environment, like in paper. On Magic Online, it's going to be weird, though.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is like, I think...
Because we're just looking at Graph Rats right now.
Yeah, the 2-1, so the 2-1 for 2. I mean, you got to rate them together, though, right?
Kind of, yeah. Well, the Midnight Scavengers is probably more playable.
Oh, Midnight Scavengers is a very good card, I think.
Right, because a 5 mana 3/3 get back something. That's a lot more playable than a 2-1 for 2.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I mean, this card on its own, it's just a piker, but I think the combo as a whole. I mean, if you get, and they're commons, you can get multiples of these.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean,
though they are the flip card, so how much the fact that they're common matters, I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right, good point.
Right. So, I don't know. Let's call it like a C.
Yeah,
question mark.
Yeah.
It's so hard to rate these because we've never seen this before.
Yep.
Waza, we are going to be posting the card review on Google Docs. In fact, let me link it for you. Also, if G-Man doesn't mind, by the way, I'm definitely going to be posting white and blue to YouTube. If you don't mind, I was planning on posting the black to YouTube as well. But obviously, since you're in the video...
go for it.
Okay,
All you. Go for it.
Yeah, so it should end up being on YouTube as well.
Sweet.
Cool. Let's call that a C. Hard to rate, but interesting as a draft signal. Let's keep going. Haunted Dead. Bring out your dead.
I missed that movie.
Yeah, 3 and a black for a 2/2, which brings along with it a 1/1 white spirit creature token. See, black and white lives matter, apparently.
That's good, man. That's true.
Apparently, according to Haunted Dead. Enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. And you can pay 2, discard 2 cards, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And it is a zombie, so that's relevant.
This card seems pretty absurd to me.
It's definitely good. The discard cost is pretty steep, but there are a lot of graveyard shenanigans.
This card seems absurd to me. This is like
what would you rate it as?
B+.
B+?
Yeah,
it's
man.
a little high, isn't it?
That's good.
It's 3 power and 3 toughness with potential ability to bring it back in the yard. I don't think it's that good. Like, at the core, that's what it is, right?
How much, I mean, I guess you got to ask yourself, how much did you like Stitchwing Scab, the 3/1?
I didn't like it that much.
Oh, I really like that card.
I mean, Stitchwing Scab was good. It was like B-.
So this is just way better than that.
This is better than Stitchwing Scab for sure. And by the way, there's
right. So if you
a much better
Stitchwing a B-, this is like a B or B+.
I'd say it's a B. Okay. I don't know. The scale kind of, it's a weird scale.
Yeah, it's somewhere in between a B and B+ for me. I agree with that.
I'd say B-. I'm leaning more towards B-, but maybe I rate Stitchwing Scab lower than you do.
I also love blue in that set, so a lot of people
did like blue too. Yeah, let's call it like, I don't know, somewhere. Let's just give it like.
Give it a B-. Give it a B-.
B-, because I can see the potential for this being quite good if there are, I don't know, if you have a lot of graveyard synergy and delirium and shit like that. This could be.
If it wasn't a zombie, I would definitely give it a demotion, but
yeah,
it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. Let's say like maybe it's a B in a zombie deck and like a B minus or C plus elsewhere.
Yep.
Gets better.
Also, it depends on how much spirit stuff there's going on too.
Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of spirit stuff in blue and white. Yeah. Oh boy, our first planeswalker, Liliana, the Last Hope.
Oh, I did see this one though.
Yeah. This one is interesting. I mean, it's definitely good and limited. It comes in with 3 loyalty, and you can immediately +1 it to give one target creature -2/-1 until your next turn. So she sort of she definitely protects herself a little bit when she comes down. Though it's not like hard removal or anything, which, you know, it's kind of expected from a 3-mana walker.
Can we redesign this card? Can we do that right now?
What would you do?
I want her
+1 murder,
cards.
-2, -2 dark petition.
Yes, that sounds good.
I see what you're trying to do.
I want her to dump cards into the yard as a plus ability.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to get greedy. I just want her to enable Delirium as her plus ability.
Okay.
Her minus ability could kill something like -2/-2. That's fair. You know, I just want Liliana to enable some good graveyard shenanigans.
Well, she does with her -2.
Yeah, but then she's dead. She's
well, you +1 her first and then -2 twice.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It works out.
It works out.
It works out.
How often is this -7 happening? Never.
In limited, pretty often actually.
Really?
More often in limited than in constructed, I'd say. Because in limited, like, if you have a board stall going, that -7 is going to happen in 4 turns.
I mean, in constructed, I think you just ignore this thing, don't you?
In constructed, she's mostly going to be used to hold off Sylvan Advocates and -2 for graveyard shenanigans. Like, it does appear that there's going to be a zombies deck in constructed, because there's a lot of pretty push zombies right now. So, who knows if it's going to be tier 1 or not, but she seems designed for that deck.
Interesting, yeah.
Because, like, this synergizes big time with Prized Amalgam.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I recall how that card works. Either way, I don't know. Why are we talking about this? This is like an A- or an A.
Really?
Yeah. It's so good. I mean, like,
yeah, she's a planeswalker, but she's gonna die so easily.
Well, I mean, that's why you have a 2-drop, right?
That's why you have a 2-drop.
She holds off or kills your opponent's 2-drop. Right?
Right, so it fits in your opener, right? But
yeah.
Oftentimes a card's not going to be in your opener. So how good is this, like, in the middle of the game?
Well, she -2s to regrow something, and then your opponent is forced to attack her, or she starts picking off their creatures.
Yeah, but only -1. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Or -2/-1.
She's a weak planeswalker. She's very weak for me. Is it still an amazing card because it's a planeswalker? Yes, it's still awesome. But for a mythic, it's a pretty weak mythic.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she's probably like an A- for.
She's an A+. Tree says. I mean,
something
she's cute.
Like
she's cute. She's cute.
I think she's an A- for limited. For constructed, I don't know, but this isn't a constructed stream, so at least not normally.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
3. Let's say can be weak as a top deck, but not too terrible. All right. Next one, Liliana's Elite. 2 and a black for a zombie. It's a 1/1. Liliana's Elite gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Oh shit, we got a 10/10 for 3 mana, Greg.
This card will be really playable and constructed, right? But in
Probably,
limited, this card, I mean, it's pretty good. You got to dump some stuff in your yard, but
I mean,
this is a nice turn 5 2-drop. This guy stabilize kind of card.
Yep. I mean, in the zombies deck, she's good. This is going to be really good. Like, it's going to be good in black-green. Black-white, I don't know how good this is there. But yeah, this is good. This is a bad Colossus.
I mean, it's a bad Colossus.
Yeah, I mean, it's a draft Colossus.
It's a draft Colossus, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to rate this?
I mean, in the right deck, it's like a B+.
Yeah.
I think it's normally like a C+.
Yeah, C+, B-, I'd say.
Yeah.
Let's call this like a C+, B-.
Sounds good.
It does require a little setup, but I mean, creatures going to the yard is not hard.
That is going to happen.
C plus, B minus.
I especially like how. Oh, you know what? I really like that you can